So Erling Haaland is, well, he's ridiculously fast, but on paper, maybe he shouldn't be. I mean, he's super tall and big, and his running style is a little bit funky with his arms. So what's his secret? Well, in today's video, we've invited back Carsten from Tennis Speed, who is also ridiculously tall, but Carsten knows the right running techniques. So in today's video, he's gonna do a deep dive in why Haaland's acceleration is so good and powerful, and what you can do to improve yours. Let's run. So, Erling Haaland, built like a Nordic god, shouldn't be fast.
Yeah, why not?
What's the secret?
Yeah, I mean, Erling Haaland, first of all, I mean, he's 1.94 m, right? So this is 6'4". The last figure that I found is about 88 kilo. So he's not super heavy, right? So when you compare him, for example, against Lukaku, I think he would be heavier. So that's one thing, that it's not only strengths. And then also, I mean, the question is, what do we consider speed? So speed, we basically say every movement under time pressure. And that is what we do in football, right? So it's not only the mechanical speed, how fast can I run, but also how fast do I move, how fast do I react. So it's a brain speed. And here we have done some videos with you already, right? Where you have been training your brain speed. Today we will focus a little bit more on the mechanical, but it's this combination. Erling Haaland, for example, he says that he feels the situation. So there is somewhere up subconscious that he considers this situation and then he starts moving. Sometimes you see some videos where he's the only one or the first one moving towards the goal when there's a rebound, for example.
Right.
So it's not only the speed when he's running 50-60 meters, but also in the box he's extremely quick when it comes to rebounds or to find spaces. He's scanning a lot, which gives him the information where's some space, where can I move. So this whole combination is actually making him fast.
But he's powerful too, right? I mean, he's a unit.
He's a unit,
Powerful
and you
legs.
can see he's using his body. When he's moving with the defender, he's always into the defender. So very often you see they're both at the same time to the ball. Out of a sudden the defender is flying away, and only Haaland is still running and then moving forward and scoring. So of course he has the body. He uses his body for what he's doing, but the whole combination, as I said, brain speed, acceleration speed, and then top speed. This is the things that making him so successful at the moment.
And this is why you need to train, practice, wire it into your brain. So when you see that, when you feel the game, this is the time to accelerate, you can do it and be that split second faster than your opponent.
Exactly. And this is a skill that Erling Haaland has, that he can make his body move into the direction he needs to go so ridiculously fast. And that's the combination of brain speed and body speed.
And this is how you train. All right, so the drills.
Yeah.
What's this?
Here with the grid, we're working on some jumping, because jumping is actually the key drill that you have to do to improve your acceleration.
Right.
Because when we're talking about this, we're talking about reactive strength.
Sure.
Okay, how much strength do you have in your feet? Because that is also another word for this, is elasticity.
Sure.
That means when you put the foot on the ground, you want to get it off the ground as quick as possible. This we can improve with the plyometrics, okay, with the jumping drills. So the first one I'm going to show you, from this position, you jump one to the side and one to the front, and now the left foot is in front. So on the right side, the right foot is in front, on the left side, the left foot is in front. Okay. But you don't do this with a landing, but you do this with bouncing, so that you try to stay on the ground as short as possible. So you try to push off as quick as possible. Okay, from here.
Look at the man go. That is a good bounce, that.
Good.
Okay.
It would actually be easier for you. Now you had the right hand and the left.
I did do that.
In front. When you do, like in running, we would go right foot and left hand, that you immediately also here, when the right foot is in front, you have the left hand, and then you're changing, pump. Yes.
That's easier. Why is that so much easier?
Because this is our natural running.
Okay.
Right, the motion. Now try it one more time, but try that we call it jump into your shoulders. that you try this part of your body, you try to raise it as high as possible, like you would do for a header.
Yeah.
So try always to focus that you're not jumping into your hip, but that you're jumping into your shoulders. Yes. Excellent. And you see now you're coming into the full stretch when you jump like this. And that's exactly what you want in the acceleration, that you come into this full stretch. You remember we had this from toe to head, you want to be in a straight line. So when I'm jumping now in the air, I'm coming into this full stretch.
Right.
That's the key thing of this drill.
Okay.
You want to do it a bit more difficult. I mean, that was for beginners. That's kind of the easy stuff, right?
Do I want to? Let's try. You know what? We're here to improve. Let's try.
So the more advanced is that you can do it from the very right to the very left. So now you jumped only one line. Now you will jump two lines.
Why did I say yes?
So from the very right to the very left.
Okay.
That's a bit more.
Can Erling Haaland do this?
I guess so. I mean, I haven't tried with him because he was not practicing with me yet, but I think he can do it. Yes.
Ah, okay. That was too far.
Yes. Excellent. Very good. But always try that you're basically as short as possible on the ground, as long as possible in the air.
Right.
Excellent. Very good. And walk back. Walk back always. That you need some rest after, okay? Because now this is a lot of stress on your muscles. So you also want to rest after this a bit. Otherwise, you're just getting your muscle into fatigue. So the muscle are getting tired and then you can't work on speed training. So therefore, always take a lot of rest after you have done something. Relax before you do the next repetition. And this is this quick move, and that is what you want in the acceleration, that this most explosive first step, that you come into the run, so therefore this is one of the key drills we're doing.
But I can also tell you out there that this is not something you learn overnight. You got to do it again and again and again.
Yeah. Now, I mean, also, we're not only running straight, we're also coming from rotations a lot, right? So that we do rotations. When you're in the box, for example, you have to rotate maybe to accelerate. So here we do now one drill. You're standing like this, and then you're bouncing, and then the other way.
I mean, it sounds easy on paper, but oh, it's not. So
one tip here. Try to have the elbows a bit higher.
Okay.
Why is this important? Look, put your arms down. Put your arms all the way down. Okay, look what I can do with your body. You have no stability in your upper body. Now raise your... Now you gain stability, right? So also the position of arms, not only here in this drill, but also in the game. When I have this position, I have more stability, right? So also when I want to move, it's easier. So try that you now rotate also with your arms. Yes.
That felt a lot better.
See, just because of the position of the arms. So before you were down here, then you had basically no momentum with your arms. But look, when I start accelerating, if I want to move here, what part of my body is moving first? The shoulder. The shoulder, and then the head. You try to face the head towards the direction where you want to run, because then your body follows. So it starts with shoulder, so you're moving here with the rotation. That's why we're also talking about core stability, right? That you have this, and then it's easy to move forward.
So he's telling me that acceleration is actually also starting with the... Wow, I did not expect that, but it makes sense. So let's try it again.
Yes.
That does feel like it's easier to be explosive in the turns. Okay.
We have about, believe it or not, about 900 rotations in the game. That means about 10 every minute, right? So when you're moving like this, and you're moving like this. This is what you do in the game, right? So we have also to focus on this part of the acceleration, and this is what we very often forget. It's not only the legs, it's also the arms making us fast.
And this gives power. He knows. I told you guys, he knows. So, acceleration, huh? There was actually a lot of information in here that I at least hadn't thought of before the video, but it's really good to know, A, the secret behind Haaland's crazy acceleration, but also to have some tools that you can actually go out and improve your own. Now remember, this doesn't come overnight, so go out there, train, train, train. And obviously, if you want more speed videos, more info on how you can increase your speed overall, we have a great playlist that you can find on the screen. Of course, also, if you need new boots, new football gear, hit the link to Unisport right over there. If you want dedicated individual speed sessions, there's a link to Tanner Speed right down there. And finally, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, with the notifications on, of course, remember to do that right over there. And with those words, I'll be signing off. Cheerio.